I have to say that I've always believed that temperament is what separates the men from the boys. Because if you don't have the temperament, you could have all the technique in the world. If you don't have the temperament, you are really going to struggle at the highest level. My progress was pretty much step by step in cricket, and by that I mean that once you did well for your school, since there was high school, then you got picked for Mumbai schools, or Bombay schools as it was called then. And then if you did well for Bombay schools, then you were picked for the West Zone schools. And, West Zone schools was a team which was picked from the players who had done well for Bombay schools, those who had done well for Saurashtra schools, Gujarat schools, Baroda schools, and Maharashtra schools. So it was the best in the West Zone that they picked. And then if you did well for the West Zone schools, then you were picked for the All India schools. So that's how I progressed at the schools level. My father was quite particular because cricket was not a career option. My father was very particular that I should be also focusing on studies. He knew my passion was cricket. He knew I loved the game of cricket. But at the same time, I think he realized that cricket at that stage was not a career option. What cricket did actually give you in those days was a job. So if you played half-decent cricket, you didn't have to be very good at the game of cricket. If you played half-decent cricket, you would be employed by a company. Because corporate cricket in Mumbai then was really, really big. The Times of India Shield, as it was called then, the A division had all the test players who were in Mumbai or Ranji Trophy players from Mumbai playing for different companies. The Tatas, the Associated Cement companies, the State Bank of India. There was a company called Hardcastle and Ward. So all those companies employed cricketers and employed cricketers mainly to play for them. But again, the plus of working for those companies in those days when cricket was not like 10 and a half months as it is now. Cricket was very seasonal. The cricket was generally, say, from October to March, or maybe sometimes till mid-April. So what happened in those companies then was that you actually learned from the months of May to the months of September, you stayed and you learned on the job. Whatever the job that was assigned to you, you learned and you progressed over there. So we've had a lot of cricketers who have gone on to, be in the highest rank in the company, and that was only because cricket wasn't a full-time occupation. Cricket was at that time basically a part-time occupation. You were picked because you could play cricket, but at the same time you had to work in the offices. My uncle, Madhav Mantri, my mother's elder brother, played for India. He played 4 test matches for India in the 1950s. He went on to captain Mumbai in the Ranji Trophy, scored over 5,000 runs in Ranji Trophy, went on to become a selector, went on to become the president of the Mumbai Cricket Association, was the manager of the Indian team when Sachin Tendulkar scored his first test century in 1990 in England. He was the manager of the team then. And he used to live in Dadar in Hindu Colony, and I was at Grant Road. So my mother would often take me on a holiday to visit him, to visit her mother basically.